All right, well, I tried to give you guys some hype this morning because I was. We had a little bit of a leak. Although, was it a leak? I mean, let's see here. There we go. We got this. As to whether or not it is exactly a leak, well, I mean, I'm gonna say yes because it's on this sheet. Anyway, good evening, AOS players. But here we go. All right, Chaos Leaks. Let's get to it, shall we? Can we get a pop?
Pop? Yeah.
Chaos Leaks, brought to you by the brave men and women of the GigaBrain content engine, GigaChads all. Warhammer, Age of Sigmar. Slavs to Darkness. What a sick cover, actually. This cover is sick. Cool helm, good fire. You got that deep black and white. Well, okay, black and gray, let's be honest. In the background there. This is a proper looking collector's edition, I gotta say. Oh, by the way, just to get ahead of myself real quick. They did post a news story about this immediately after said leaks. Because I mean, I just want to, in case anyone doesn't know, these articles are like written and completed weeks ago, and they're just kind of on an assembly line waiting to get posted. And so here we are. There's this particular one I'd like to cover before the leaks. Rob74, thanks for the gifter. Night Hunt, Daughters of Kahane, which we knew about. In front of this, we got Fire Slayers, we got Eidenet Deepkin. We have Chaos Battle Tome, which everyone said, including me, was Skaven. Although, to be fair, this was our source.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
And so when I saw the Slaves to Darkness leaks, I'm like, oh shit, am I wrong? Is Vincent Venturilla wrong? Well, turns out, not necessarily. Winter is coming, but the Mystery Chaos Battle Tome is still in the summer. And then we got that other order one, and oh, look at this. Autumnal Battle Tomes, the Cascade of Tomes. Nice. Order, Chaos, and there it is. The GA exists. The Grand Alliance of Destruction actually exists. It was brought into question during some of these roadmaps, but we're double dipping. Double destries. Anyway, back to the Chaos Leaks. I wanted to get ahead of that real quick to alleviate anyone's sky is falling. Skaven players, you're seen and heard. But we're jumping the gun here. Also, I would like to reiterate, we don't have a source on the Skaven thing. It's just what everyone thinks. Corn feels like kind of a high possibility as well. To be TBH. Is Gitz getting an update, or are those two Sons of Behemoth tombs? We will opine about what those, about what that roadmap could mean at the end of the PowerPoint. But also, good question. Next. Warning. Extreme leakage. Potat Googles on boys. All right. Everyone put on your potato goggles. Contents. All right. The Dread Host March. Walk a bleak path. The Dark Pantheon. Triumphs of the Ever-Chosen. A new upheaval. Realms in Ruin. At the crux of history. Annals of Ruin. To muster the Horde. The Damned Legions. All right, we got Archaon, B. Laker, Champions of the Chaos Tribes, Masters of the Dark Arts, Wrought in Iron and Hatred, the Ogoroids, Unleashed, the Lost and Damned Warbands of the 8 Points. Oh, cool. I look forward to reading about that stuff, too, actually. The Hordes of Chaos. Printing Guide, Armies of Darkness. All right. Any tidbits in here? Ensorcelled banners, huh? All right, sounds like one of those universal, or not universal. Sounds like one of those special enhancements, perhaps. And we got Path to Ignori, and then Matched Play. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Path to Glory is, by all accounts, actually good now. It's just I don't play it. Grand Stratagems. All right. Core Battalions. Archaon, the Everchosen. All right. Demon Prince Vanguard. B. Laker. What is this? Eterbius? Blade of the First Prince? What's that? Is that new? Got Gone Summoners, the old classic. Ogroid Myrmidon, Ogroid Theridons. Dark Oath War Queen, all that stuff. Chaos Spawns and Warriors and Knights. Soul Grinder is still, for some reason, part of this game, even though it's obviously a 40k model. Horns of Hashut. Oh. Horns of Hashish. I didn't know we'd be getting some Legions of Asgore in here. Really? Chorf fans rise up. You got one model in the real game. Very interesting. It is in the section. It is in the section of Warcry warbands, because right here is Tarantulos, Brood, Splintered Fang, Corvus Cabal, so on and so forth. It's in what appears to me to be the Warcry warband section. So could Horns of Hashut actually be a new Warcry warband? Very interesting. Mindstealer, Sephiranx, Fulmoroid Crusher, the Chad, so on and so forth, Darkfire, Demon Rift, and then allies. Nice. Okay. Ogroid Thridons, Next Slide, cool. Chorfs, Centurion Marshal, Chaos Legionnaires, what are those? Zarshia Bittersoul, Etermus Blade of the First Prince. Demon Prince is third entry. He may be big, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to catch up on chat. You missed the beginning of stream? Oh, I'm sorry, Vinny. I try to make my intros pretty hype, so I think, to me, they're worth watching. But there isn't, content there. It's just, vibes, I guess. You're more excited to see the new Chaos Chosen models that were next to the Demon Prince than you are to see the Demon Prince. There's new Chaos Chosen. Oh, boy. Dude, alright, so hold up. Point of fact. Why would Wissorin from Texas be excited to see the new Chaos Chosen? Well, I'll tell you why. I know what they look like. So, okay, we got Bellicor, Enhance. Bellicor, god damn, he looks so sick. Start collecting slaves to darkness. It's like, it's a Frank Frazetta painting on the side of a black van in 1986, rocking Ronnie James Dio. It's so cool. Vanguard, some think they're over-designed, but they don't have to be. If you paint them well, they're just 3 heroes in a squad that look awesome. Look at this. And then we got dudes like this. We got little Lego men from the before time. We got those chibi kind of Super Nintendo characters. And actually, look at this dude. Alright. Apologies. Some of the old shit looks awesome. Okay, some of the old shit. This is what Chaos Chosen look like. For their time, these guys were badass. Nowadays, their proportions are kind of goofy. They're looking a little weird. They're very small compared to new stuff. It's a tale as old as time. It's what happens. Chaos Lord actually does fuck. They're cute. Yeah, they do give off a little bit of a cute vibe, don't they? Thick shaft syndrome. Hey, it's not all bad. Anyway, so I'm excited to see these, and I haven't seen them yet. Remember that breakfast tier list I did yesterday? Well, I had one of those. I made myself one of those. And I did that instead of look at any of the leaks before right now. Except for the roadmap. Because I would need to, if there was some sort of update to the roadmap, I would need to, like, be talking and mention it as part of a narrative. And so I checked that one. Therodon is a genus of tangleweb spiders with almost 600 described species around the world. Notable species are the Hawaiian happy-face spider. Really? No cap, huh? Named for the iconic symbol on its abdomen. And T. Ogroid Therodons. Okay. Ogre spiders confirmed. For anybody who's into that. That being said, there is an extra I here. This is Theridion, and this is Therodon, so... But Games Workshop is known for taking a literal... Well, taking a pun or just saying what something is and changing a single letter. So it's a little bit more of a joke, but still a reference. False positive % chance based on GW's previous wordplay. 5%. Potential false positive alert based on what I think they're going to do with a sculpt like this, 50%. Oh, big. Hold up. Enhance. Chaos Chosen with the Pound Hammer. Dude, their armor is sick looking. And they... You know what? They really do have a big frame. A large, meaty frame look to them. Thick armor plates. Good spikes and stuff. Nice pose. Exalted Champion. They still got a drummer, which is kind of weird, but alright. Nice staff. Alright. Chaos Chosen are awesome. From what I can see on this potato picture, I'm giving them a 9 out of 10. I'm a big fan. Although having like a drummer is kind of weird. But I understand, it's part of the thing. We're the deadliest warriors of chaos. Here's our drum. Yeah, just bang, bang. It's like those videos where they take some animation where someone is drumming and then they have an actual drummer hit the notes when the animation shows and have what it really sounds like instead of the music they overlay on it. It's one of those. I mean, he's not exactly Coma the Doof warrior over here. Paint your head here. Yeah, there you go. Man, these guys are awesome. I'm a big fan. To me, the upgraded Chaos Warriors were a 10 out of 10. These guys are a 9 out of 10. That is to say, I'm extremely pleased with them. Next. Aw, shit. It's a brand new Demon Lord with a dumb face. I say dumb, but it's a style. The pulled back lips kind of stuff going on, like there is precedent for this. Doesn't this guy feel a little 40k with that armor? He feels just a little bit more 40k on this armor than what I'm used to with AOS. Yeah, it's supposed to be a creepy face. And I think we saw part of these wings and people wear hopium on Valkia the Bloody. I don't know if it's rip hopium, but it does look like he's wearing someone's flesh on his face. It's supposed to be creepy and unnerving. It is. I don't know how much I like these fangs and stuff coming out of his chest plate, but it's just something I'm going to have to see in real life. His armor looks cool, good hooves, nice weapon here, great wings. He seems to be kind of big. Since it's a demon prince, historically they have come with a million alternative bits. You can make a Nurgle one, you can make a Khorne one, you know, so on and so forth. This must be the... I was about to say this one is looking a little bit more Khorne than the rest of them, but it's probably just because I'm seeing notes of red. What am I going to call this one? Maybe a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is still pretty good, though. And there's a lot about it I like. But still just, it's a 6. It's a 6 for me. I'm much more excited about these sculpts than this one. Great wings, good weapon, alright pose, understandably weird face. I don't know if I'm digging the armor too much. Yeah, 6 out of 10. The old one was like a, it was like a 2 out of 100, says BV. You are right. The old one was hella shit. This one's obviously way better. It's an improvement on the jank old school. Oh, of course. Should we? Do we dare? This is where we came from. All right. Let's just put it into perspective here. This is where we came from. And this is where we live. So, I call this a 6 out of 10. But we came from a 2 out of 100. So, okay. I'll take it. Next. Oh, we get a Warscroll? Move 8, wounds 10, save 3 up 10 bravery. I believe that's what they were before. Demonic Axe, 2-inch range, 2-inch range, 1-inch range. 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5, 3, 4, 1, D3. Slays the Darkness Demon Prince is armed with one of the following weapon options. Demonic Axe, Hellforged Sword, Malefic Talons. In addition, it has one of the following. Wings or Trophy Rack. Alright, choose now. They got 2 wounds. Oh, they used to be on 8. Yeah, okay. I messed up. You're right, they did used to be on 8. Isn't 10 wounds the worst amount? It is. Whether or not it's worth an 8 is maybe up for a debate, but it's certainly worse than 9. The reason 10 wounds sucks, by the way, is you can't get Lookout Sword, and you won't fit into battalions, which is annoying. You have to like count as one of the big heroes for battalions, which is super annoying. 83302, huh? So these are all, it's not each, it's not 2 of, it's just 1 of each of these. Why wouldn't I use the Demonic Axe? Perhaps there's rules later that even things out. The Mounted Skulls of Fallen Foes. If this unit has a trophy rack, do not take Battle Shock tests for friendly units older than 9. In addition, each time an enemy, hero, or monster is destroyed by this unit in the same turn. Increase the range of this ability by 3. Oh, the dong expands, huh? Cool. So you can either fly or be a little Battle Shock Death Star thing. That's fun. Good choice. The unit has a ward of 6 up. Hellforged Sword. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made by the sword is 6, it's D3 mortal wounds. And the attack sequence ends. Oh, huh. Alright. You can carry out one of the following heroic actions with this unit instead of any other heroic actions you can carry out with it. Alright. Okay, well, Khorne players waiting with bated breath. Can you still Bloodslick Ground? Or I guess we'll have to find out. Next slide, please. Fiendish Speed. Until end of the turn, the Strike First effect applies to this unit. Okay, so you got... I was about to say they used to have Strike First. So you can still have Strike First if you want, but now there are other choices. Pledge of Skulls. Until the end of the turn, each time an enemy model is slain by wounds allocated from attacks made by this unit, heal 1 wound allocated to this unit. It's trash. Alright. Eldritch Architect. If it is the enemy hero phase, you can roll a die each time a spell targets this unit. On a 2-up, it has no effect. If it's your hero phase, this unit can attempt to cast one spell from the lore of the damned. In the same manner as a wizard, if this unit is already a wizard, the spell is in addition to any others it can attempt to cast. Eroding Miasma. Until the end of the turn, ward rolls cannot be made for enemy units while they are within 3 of this unit. Interesting. It's like a silver bullet choice that you would want to make on deployment instead of necessarily like in your when you're writing your list. And then Ecstatic Carnage. If this unit makes a charge move this turn, add 1 to the attack's characteristic unit's way. Okay. Are any of these like exciting? The fact that they're hero actions is very unexciting. Hero actions are something you're already using, so now it becomes, it's not really like you got something here, it's like an exchange. You are trading. Fiendish Speed seems good if you want this thing to fight, which looking at its profile you kind of don't. It's not really here for damage, although actually maybe it is. Slaves to Darkness's buffs are some of the best in the game. So there's that. If you send it after Chaff, Korn can heal himself up a little bit, I guess. Extra Unbinds ain't bad. Well, no, it's not extra Unbinds. It's specifically if they are targeted with a spell, which they generally just won't be. I mean, making it a wizard is probably the choice. Until the end of the turn, ward rolls cannot be made for enemy units while they are within 3 of this unit. I feel like this ability is a trap for people that complain about ward rolls all the time. And when they start putting stuff like this in their army list beforehand, and then playing 5 games in a row, they'll start to realize how few wards are actually still in the game. And then Aesthetic Carnage, just like whatever. Okay, so Tzeentch 1 wins. Obviously, it's going to depend on a whole lot of other stuff, right? I don't know how deep this leak go. Okay, it doesn't go much deeper, but like, we don't know battle traits. We don't know if they're getting extra stuff like they used to, what part of what thing they're in. But from the information that we know right now, Tzeentch 1 makes it a wizard, and it can cast a lore spell. So that's better than all this other crap. Except maybe fight first if you want this thing to be a fighter, but it doesn't particularly look like a fighter. It looks like a buff wagon. Is Legion of the First Prince still a thing? Let's scroll up to potato picture number 1. Legion's abilities, battle traits, enhancements, command trait. It doesn't actually pair it out. It does talk about the Damned Legions, Be'lakor, the Dark Master here, in the lore section of Damned Legions, but I'm not sure. 13 attacks in total ain't bad. What do you mean? You have to choose one of these 3. Period. As far as I read it. It's one of these. Ahem. Choose one of the following: Demonic Axe, semicolon, or Hellforged Sword, semicolon, or Malefic Talons. One profile. It's not a fighter. It's probably in the Damned Legions. So, I mean, you take the axe, but this dude is not like a fighter. You get one of these 3. He's not for fighting. Yeah, he's yuck. He used to be weapon plus talons, yeah. Which surprised me when I read it. It should be weapon plus talon, agree. Makes me self-conscious about all those war scrolls that I was writing up. About all those war scrolls I was doing for custom ogres. Am I making those too good? Let's be honest. Every phantom is overpowered. But I'm trying not to make mine eye-rolly. I'll put it that way. New Chosen look lit. New DP looks shit. I was nicer. I think he looks okay. I'm very pleased with the Chaos Chosen. I think these guys are awesome. Big fan. This dude, I see what they were doing with the face and how it looks like stretched skin, and they got the, gums pulled back here, and it's creepy and everything, but I would give him I would make a head swap on this guy, and then you're fine. Also, Horse Lord. Horse Gang rise up. Chaos Lord on Daemonic Mount. Looking like a draft horse, kind of beefy horse here. An homage to a classic Archaon, I think, on horseback. Great helmet, proper fur all around the collar there. Holding a similarly looking hammer. Yeah, Rao stomping in, like Rao fighting you, and he doesn't even dismount, but he's fighting you hand to hand. This is awesome. I need to see a better photo of it and different angles and stuff, but so far 9 out of 10. Easy. This shit is awesome. Yeah, the old Archaon, a little bit of an, well, not quite, it's not the full Napoleon, it's like a half Napoleon. You'd be surprised if the kid has less than 3 heads. I would too, Colvin Mark, because the original ones, the kit, yeah, so there's like all sorts of different options to make, oh, here's your Zinch one, here's your Corn one, you know, here's your Undivided, there's some Nurgle stuff, right? So usually the older version has a bunch of different options because you're supposed to be able to make one of each type. And so I would imagine that this one has similar. And so the fact that I don't happen to like this face, well, there's probably 3 heads or 4 heads. Perhaps there's 1 head per, you know. So that's why I'm not too like, I'm not banged up about it. You wanted Build-A-Demon? It might, this doesn't mean it's not Build-A-Demon. It just means this is what they've built. Old fly head, please. Yeah. New roadmap. For those of you who, like me, thought it was going to be Skaven next on the Chaos Battle Tome, it might still be. This one's jumping in line a little bit, real quick. This one cut in line for leaks, but it's, you know, they just wanted you to know, hey, it's not next. Ratio plus L plus not blessed by all 4 Chaos Gods, right? Yeah. Also, Chorf's confirmed. I mean, there supposedly, it seems to be that there will be a Warcry warband coming out with them. If to you that means confirmed, then okay. And now we play the game. The game of no one having any information. But wouldn't it be cool if this Battle Tome came out? So we got Chaos and Order coming next. Most people seem to think Skaven. I was thinking either Skaven or maybe Slaves to Darkness. Turns out I was half right. That's coming in the winter. No, it's Chorfs? Oh, okay. Is that it? It's straight up Chorfs? I see. What if it's Beasts of Chaos? Good. They have a very old book, which I know doesn't mean too much. Oh yeah, I saw on Twitter, whilst I was posting that I was going to go live, I saw someone looking at this picture, and they're like, there's no Beasts of Chaos in here. They're not souping them together. Do people think this? I have heard the rumor of Beasts of Chaos are getting souped into Slaves to Darkness for like 6 years. And it seems to just be something somebody keeps saying. And I don't know why anyone thinks that it's going to happen or why it's possible. I know that some people thought it might happen. But people have thought it might happen for 5, maybe 6 years now, and it hasn't. Also, BOC is a humongous range. It's so huge that, like, I would consider the size of the BOC model range to be evidence that they wouldn't soup it in with something else. That itself has a pretty big model range. Unless they're going to squat half of each of them or something like that. Anyway, I never gave it much credence. And, nothing has changed my mind. It's been a thing since Warhammer Fan. Oh, it's a rumor or maybe an idea that has transcended games. Okay, interesting. They soup small ranges together, not big ones. Usually, sometimes what happens is there's a medium-sized range and it absorbs a small one, like a white blood cell, like what happened with Gloomspite Giats. And sometimes there's 2 smallish, medium-ish ones that reabsorb, but usually not 2 big ones. Laughs in Fire Slayers, yeah. How do you kill an idea? You call it cringe, and then everyone's like, oh, you got me. So many people are betting on KO and Fire Slayers being soup too because the Duard Razhal stuff. Yeah. I was really hoping that was not true. And so far I'm pleased that it seems to be the case. That it's not. So yeah, people were thinking for a while, or maybe they weren't thinking, they were just like, I wonder if this is gonna happen or not, or what if it did. That like everything that's a dwarf is just in a big book now because you're all dwarves. Even though Fire Slayers are like so fucking different than KO, which are so different than Dispossessed. I would hate that. I don't like that. Keep armies unique and special. You don't need to water them down in that manner to me. But now I'm just talking about what I want, not what I think will happen. Because people are like, well, if you put them all in a soup book, then the Anvil unit that you've always wanted in your KO, now you can play that. And I'm like, well, does Ironjaws like need shooting really? They feel like they want it because it's something their army doesn't have. But I think it's much healthier for armies to have strengths and weaknesses. And it's okay to like not have X if Y is a little better. And also allying in some other army's things so that now you're a well-rounded army doesn't feel as good as using your own stuff and being just as strong, in my opinion. Do you think the Demon Prince was a Warhammer Fest reveal? Swallows. It would be great content if it were. When we are watching the Warhammer Fest reveals, what is it? Next week? 2 weeks from now? Live? Twitch.tv/Heywoah. And we're watching the Warhammer stream and just talking over it. If it's the Demon Prince, god damn. I got a bingo slot all ready for that one. It's going to be awesome. That would be great. What if it's not the reveal, but it's clear that it was, and they just slapped something on there at the last minute? Anyway, it would make good content, and I would appreciate it. What did you make of the Demon Prince's face? Smash or pass? Great question. Looks like it got smashed, and then it got passed. You think they'll keep them separate? Not only do they seem to have a focus to keep armies unique, but fiscally GW makes more money off of us buying $3 instead of $1. I mean, I suppose. He's got some pretty teeth. Hey, teeth game is pretty strong. They are surprisingly white teeth. Okay, they're not particularly white, but my comment stands. They are still surprisingly white for what this creature is.